CQ, CQ, this is W9GFO. Is anybody out there?
Other people need to see what I've seen. They need to see...
This is the way it's been done for billions of years. Small moves, small moves.
Yes. This is, I spawned right around here outside. Dug all this out to make a house. I probably spawned right outside that door. I don't remember. I've done everything I can to make it a place I want to be in. But something about this just really creeps me out. I've lived in little holes that I've dug out. I want to clear this out and make a pathway out because these stairs are too close to this wall. I've lived in little dugout places in this game all the time, you know? It's just a thing I do. But down there, I'm not happy. Maybe it's because it's too closed in. I'm out here living in the desert. I can see for miles, literally for miles. Big open sky. I mean, I'm in this... Oh, good, the fish is still there. Good. Under there, I put a couple of pieces of glass. Somewhere under there, I can see that fish's belly from underneath. Isn't that a pretty door? So this is much better. I like how I incorporated the tree into the design of the building. Let's see, this is much better. I used the glass and I used the pumpkins to keep snow from falling here. That's the other thing. I had a world once where the biome was all snowy. It wasn't like this. There were hardly any trees. All the water was frozen. I had a heck of a time keeping crops going because, I mean, there weren't any trees. I couldn't make charcoal, blah, blah, blah. There's going to be a golem in here sorting through stuff. That's my most precious stuff and food, okay? But I don't like it down here. I think I need to build up on top. I think I need to expand that glass thing. Maybe just a little past it I can make something. I do want a house here, but I'm not happy down here. And the other thing is, I'm too close to this cave. I don't like having this cave entrance right here, and it goes down to where that Nemesis crystal is, geode. But it's a really nice cave. I went down here and farted around a little bit, and I found all kinds of... It's one of those big, huge, honking, totally enormous, unnatural caves that couldn't possibly exist unless something really awful and semi-cataclysmic had happened. Look at there. So I got nervous about working on the crystal, and I was afraid I'd ruin something, so I stopped for a really long time, but I do want to come back and do that, because I want that dark glass you can make with it. So I made a little thing down here, a little mining base, because this is one of those total... Oh, the pumpkins grew while I was upstairs. That's great. I've even got wood, so I don't have to run up and down, you know. I got stuff I need. But this cave is just... Do I see diamonds down there? Oh, I have a thing. I could look and see. How do you use this thing? Okay, I'm going to point right at that thing. And nothing happened because I'm not on the spyglass. Okay. Yep, that's a diamond. Okay, well, I guess we're going to be going down there sometime. So this is as far as I got. I just messed around with it for a little bit. This is all enclosed. So even though it looks like it's lit, nope. So if I had mobs on, I would have creepers dropping on me all the time, right? So we're not doing that. What I want to do is make a path. Oh, I'm going to put my spyglass back before something happens. I want to make a... I could probably get some chickens down here, huh? I can't remember what I put here. Okay, what's that there? Okay, so trees and food and some blocks and... What's up here? Oh, fancy stuff. And I think I might have to turn the heat on. I'm getting cold. It's actually cooling down, but the weather's been so nice. I've gotten so much work done out in the yard, cleaning things up. You know, I don't have trash pickup, so for 2 years, trash has been collecting, and the wind tears it up, and the dogs do, and the cattle break in and tear stuff up, so I'm corralling my trash. Isn't that pretty cool? I got plenty of room down here to build stuff. It's just, again, but see, this is much more spacious. I don't feel so, I guess, claustrophobic. I don't know. I've never been claustrophobic, so I'm not really sure. I just feel too closed in up there. There's not enough. I've gotten used to being outdoors, you know. I live in a little teeny tiny shed, but mostly I'm outdoors. I need to cough. I'm going to try this thing and see if I can pause. Did it work? Okay. Yeah, it's better for me to play on creative and survival because, yoink, can I get in there? Is it safe? Yeah. Wow. It sure is pretty. I'm not going to mess with it right now. I put things off when I'm talking to y'all guys because I don't know. I don't know what's boring, you know. I know what I like to watch. And sometimes I just love it when somebody goes digging in a cave. As long as they're talking about stuff, you know. Yeah, this is too, it's too closed in. It's just, I don't like it. My fish died. Two dogs actually got under that stair when they were trying to follow me out, and they died too. Dang it. See, I need to fix this up. This part's okay. Make a nice little fishing dock, I guess. But that part underneath, no, this is it. This is the part that needs to be worked on. And I want to add more slabs because this is full of drowns when you turn the monsters on. So I don't want that. Okay, now how do I get out of here? Can I just still do this or did I block it up? I blocked it up. Yeah, this is not the best design, but hey, you know, it did pretty well when I first got here, right? So yeah, I'm not happy with this. I mean, it looks nice and all, but it's just not my style. It's just too squoze, I guess. So I was thinking about how the internet is not dead. I think a lot of people would like it to be. People in power because they want to control the internet and control what we literally consume. You know, oops, I went too far. I haven't been here in a long time, so I'm still getting lost. I don't know how the pigs are getting in here. But they would like it to be dead. They would like us to feel like we don't have any agency and so on. And so they can sell us goods and consumables and they can track everything we purchase and, you know, our prescription drugs and what kind of birth control we use and adult toys and what else could they want to control? You know, they want to know everything about us so they can sell us stuff or so that they can control us, you know. Blackmail seems to be a very popular topic these days, doesn't it? So there, it's, you know, it's infiltrated consumer stuff and so people are are tired. You know, we're tired. We don't. Rents are too high, and cost of living is up, and food and gosh, medical insurance is going to be a nightmare next year. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to try to talk to somebody, but people can't really give me advice. You know, they're not allowed to, even if they wanted to. So I'm making this tunnel because I'm getting ready to fix my spawn, and I want to bring pack mules and llamas over. I sprouted little. I had little leftover saplings, and I planted them in the dirt right by the window because I thought that'd be real cute. And this one oak tree, it's still partly there. It just grew, so I'm having to clean that mess up. I sealed it off for now so I don't fall through when I'm up there cutting it down. So I made this big long tunnel. I'm gonna go zippity zip. It doesn't quite go to the mules yet. The mules are, if I go that way and up to about Y level 70 maybe, that's where the mules are. I'm gonna hop into creative so I can poop around better. How do I do that? I do that like this. So I'm thinking the internet isn't dead. They want us to think it is, and they've got it full of slop, by the way. Really good news about all this stuff. People think they're going to take things over. Artificial intelligence, the bubble is bursting. People are really starting to feel bad that they spent so much money on it because it's useless and it's garbage and it's embarrassing, you know. So artificial intelligence the bubble's bursting and people are losing tons of money on it. And one of the people who's losing a lot of money, and one of the companies who's losing a lot of money, is Palantir. Peter Thiel is very involved in that. By the way, he is mentioned in some of those letters. He has very deep connections with all this mess that's going on. This is to breed donkeys with horses. I'm trying a thing that I'm not being very good at because I don't have a cow farm yet. I need a cow farm. I'm getting ready to make one. Where I can make bundles for everybody so that I don't even know which ones of these have them, but I'll try. Let's look. Yeah, so they each have a bundle with a fence post to tie them to, a lead, and a golden carrot just in case they get an oops, you know? And there's one llama in here. Actually, there's two because Joe spawned in here and dropped a llama. Oh, that's not a llama. But there's one llama in here. It was way too crowded in here. I had horses and donkeys and llamas, and it was just a mess. And I was starting to breed mules, and I said, this is not going to work. Get over here. This one is special. I gave it a black a black carpet. Look, every single slot, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 slots. So this one needs a bundle. Because, I mean, I can haul a lot of stuff with that. Who needs, what are those things called? Shulker shells. I don't want to go to the end. I don't like the end. Is that a big down? No, it's part of the gate. So, yeah, poor Joe's still stuck in here. So that's my special llama with a black carpet. Let's see, what else? Are bees caught in the trapdoors again? If you ever put trapdoors over tunnels that could break your neck, just realize that there might be bees under them. Every once in a while, cruise by and let your bees out. Because they'll just sit down there and flap. Bless their hearts. So I fenced all this off with granite to make a place for the mules. Joe sold me those dark oak trees. And the fence is made out of acacia doors. I just like how all the colors all kind of go together. Tell you something else. I'm going to get real serious now about making these copper lanterns. Because, boy, they don't cost much more than a torch. They're easy to make. Just keep some... So, see, I got mules now. Keep some copper in your pocketbook. Even just if you a couple of copper blocks and you can break them down into ingots, I mean, they're easy to make. And this was my farm, and I thought, try to protect it a little from all these animals running around. So I enclosed it, and I put a villager here, and I put a villager in its little companion building, because that's going to be a golem place, copper golem place. So these 2 villagers were here, and all of a sudden, poof, I spawned a kitty. I think this is Jelly, the kitty that's named after Good Times with Scar's cat. And this is concrete powder. I didn't get it wet because I wasn't sure if I'd mess it up. It just works like sand. If you break out a block, it slides down one, that kind of thing. So it's kind of tricky. I think, I dropped a couple of blocks down there. Never picked them up. Ah. So I've got my llamas separated by, these are the best ones that aren't 15. These are like, what is this? Well, it's the best you can get, I think, pretty much. Here, let me see how many slots you have. Oh, I'm not pushing the right button. Yeah, that's the best I've ever got. So it's 9. So you could get a 12 also. I have never, ever gotten a 12. So 9s are the best I've ever gotten. And this little house up here, I built it for the llama tender, which is also a person, it's a fisher person that gave them a barrel. So those all have jobs. And then I did this. Now out here, I should tell you, this is going to be where I'm putting the cows and sheep. Dogs for days. I cut all these trees down. You can't see it from here, but across the way over there, real dense forest. And see how this is so dense? This is what this looked like. I mean, creeper heaven, no? So what is that? There's an animal over there. I have mobs that glow, so I can really see them. Even the bad guys. Wait a minute. What? There's something else over there. Cow. Ooh, dog. Oh, shoot. Okay. Hold on. Bones. Hey, dog. Dog. Oh, no. It's gonna fall. Please don't fall. That's part of the road that goes back to the, villagers. Oh, I don't want this dog to fall. Tame. Okay. I'm gonna teleport. I'm gonna go real fast and hope the dog teleports. Run. Did it work? You have to touch the ground. Oh, thank goodness. Dogs, Jeez. These new dog sounds, I hate them. I thought I turned the recording off by accident. And now I've lost the llama. There it is. Ding, 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 ding. This looked like one I was doing something with. I don't know. Ride. It doesn't have a saddlebag. No, this is not a tame llama. Well, I'll be a son of a... you would think it would have despawned by now. Because Joe's way over someplace else, right? Whatever. Oops, that's not the right one. One with the tools in it. Okay. I really like bundles. I would really like to be able to put bundles on everybody. Come on, Mamacita. You gotta go with me. Oh, Lord, and I have a dog, too. Oh. See how well we do with this. Try to keep everybody alive. I could just do this. Leash the dog. Isn't it funny in this game you're always leashing something that's not a dog? Because the dogs will follow you. But I don't want them following me now. Everybody, yeah, okay. All right, I'm just going to put everybody inside a fence someplace. See, this is why trying to organize things in this game is just, it's impossible, Why? Why even bother to try? Because it's just going to end up a mess. Because there's always mayhem. What's going on down here? Oh, right, I had to put trapdoors. I need to put something, there's not enough light. Gently. Go down more. Whoop. Did I kill anybody? Nope. Unleash. Unleash. I'm going to take the dog down here because there's another dog. This is how I collect dogs. I just be doing something else and they just be around. So, where are you? Oh, for crying out loud. You just got to run around and act a fool, don't you? Whatever. So, no, I don't think the internet... Oops, I put it in the wrong place. I don't think the internet's dead. I think they want us to think it is because they want to control it. But, now I probably should not ever be on Facebook. Because, whoops, that jerk is a jerk. See, isn't that nice? To make a pumpkin farm, I just decided I love pumpkins so much, I might as well make a lot of them. So where the azalea is, that's a water source block just running down into the river. And skip to, and then put a jack-o'-lantern, skip to, put azalea. So I just let the water flow. And then I thought, hey, you can make flowing water into solid water blocks by growing kelp. So I grew kelp. Every, there's a water block, and there's the, Jack-o'-lantern. Jack-o'-lantern still shines through because these are slabs and light can get through. So I made this. Unfortunately, this side has an extra row. It's not just this right here. It's got this, see this extra one? Because I made a mistake. I wanted it to look natural. So instead of just having a strip of seaweed, kelp, going all the way across, I planted some extras. And it made the water join with the others. So, you get what I mean? I watched it happen, too. I was over here, as a matter of fact. I was looking at it. At that point, the water column was about here or something. And all of a sudden, I saw it go. It was like a zipper. It went all the way across and joined up. So, anyway, that happened. I'm not doing anything over here, really, except I'm making myself a little, I guess, a barn or something to put pumpkins in. See, I'm already starting to get used to using the mule to travel around. And back here, it's got one of those awful crack mines that I hate. I mean, it's literally a crack, Not that I'm mining for crack. I thought maybe that was a bat. Never mind. Sometimes there's bats here. So that's a big, steep, big, thick forest that's scary. I need to close this all off to keep it safe. So I can harvest as many pumpkins as many jack-o'-lanterns as I want and store them. And I've got golems working all over the place. There's a golem in here. There's a golem in here. You can probably see that one if it hasn't frozen up. It froze. Hey, there's another one. What in tarnation is going on in here? You fraternizing? You can sense the other. It could sense the other copper chest. There's nothing in its chest, so it came over here. Oh, that's kind of cute. Isn't that cute? I like these golems. They're very nice. Anyway, so apparently we have a... Do you have anything to do? Do you need some stuff? I will give you some stuff. Hold on a second. Cobblestone. C-O-B-B. Yep. You want stuff to do? Get out of there for a minute. You don't like it when I'm in there. Remember? Now look. Oh, it's confused. Did it freeze? No, it's about to, though. It's looking pretty worn out. So, see, I kind of marked them so I know where things are supposed to go. Kind of. There's a few that I can't put because their items are not blocked, so... Mostly I did it, though. This is where I used to have those llamas and stuff, but I moved them all. Organizing llamas is a big deal. Still haven't done much here, except I was getting ready to put in a farmer. If I ever find one of those abandoned mine shafts, I want to make a rail system down here to gather all the stuff, because they drop things, especially carrots and potatoes. So there's the mine carts can gather them all up and store them for me. Well, of course, the golems are going to store them for me. I love having those golems. I never figure out storage systems because I try to grasp the logic of redstone, and I just cannot. I get it, but I can't retain it so that I can solve problems with it. You know what I mean? I understand when other people do stuff, sorta. There's some things I don't get. I get what a comparator is. I get that there's that thing that boosts the signal. What's it called? See what I mean? So, there's a lot of stuff I'd like to do, but I can't retain enough of the logic. I have brain injuries and stuff, and I also have a lot of math trauma from when I was a kid. I got punished a lot for not being able to do math. I mean, badly. So I panic. I break into a cold sweat. My hands start shaking. So I really cannot retain redstone stuff. So the internet's not dead. They just want us to think it is. And I'm on Facebook because I've been on Facebook. Well, I've been on Facebook since MySpace. I wanted to stay on MySpace. But I was hanging around people in public radio and stuff, and they're like, well, that's not very professional. Because remember, you used to be able to gum up your page with all kinds of HTML and stuff. I do know a little bit about HTML coding. And so people had all kinds of weird graphics and neon colors and, all kinds of stuff. I really like these, but I keep making them the wrong height because I can't see. So there's this one. I think there's another one on the other side, too. There's one too tall, and I keep forgetting, and it's like, oh, well. They have to be that way. I got to be careful about animals coming over here. Because, look, it's going to do it. I bet you anything. Since I said it, it's like they're drawn to it. They will get stuck in the water stream. In fact, Joe did once. Got stuck in the water stream and died. I put those there so people can't fall in. I pretty much lit off all the cracks and crevices and stuff around here. Isn't this pretty? Oh, I think that's so pretty. I just think that's so pretty. This would be nice to have. If I ever have a really, my very own happy gas, I would like this to be like a pier for the happy gas. Isn't this nice? Did I tell you that Joe sold me those dark oaks? All the weird trees that don't have a biome over here, Joe sold them all to me, so I got them legit. I may not have visited the biome they're in, but I traded for them legit. So yeah, I think it might help to make a home base like around here, a little bit taller than this glass building, probably mostly out of this spruce. And then, the villages and stuff are out over there, okay? I haven't gone anywhere around here. There's that zombie spawner, but I haven't really gone I don't know how long this is spruce and snow and stuff. I don't know anything about over here. So I think it's best if this is my central location and I go out in all directions, explore and whatnot. I've got plenty to do just in the stuff I've already uncovered. So no, the internet is not dead. But the thing with Facebook is they have Facebook Reels. I do not want TikTok. I do not want TikTok. I participated in TikTok for a little bit and I just hated it. There's nothing about it I like. But a lot of people who make TikToks post them on Facebook Reels. So I can access them. And a lot of people make little shorts on YouTube, especially Minecraft people, are on Facebook Reels. So I don't use the Facebook app. I use Facebook with Firefox, which won't allow Facebook to use trackers to follow me around. So it's not safe, but, ooh, that's the wrong color leaves. It's not safe, but it's better than using the app. And I can stay in touch with people I've been friends with for, well, since MySpace. Literally, how long is that, 20 years now? I mean, these are real friends. I'd probably walk right past them on the street, wouldn't recognize them. But we're real friends. We know about each other's lives. I know about their kids and, their moms and, their struggles and trying to come out to people. And, they're real friends, and I don't want to lose them, until Facebook catches on who I am and decides to punish me. I like that. I don't like pink very much, but that looks pretty good with those colors like that, don't you think? It's not too pink. Are you lost? Oh, your barrel's inside. Yeah, the barrel's on the roof. Did that just twinkle? I swear I saw that twinkle. I don't know. Probably just one of those graphic artifact things. So watching Reels, I'm seeing kids in Uganda who can do the most interesting gymnastic stuff. I'm seeing African American ballerinos, especially this one person who, I don't know what pronouns they use. They refer to themselves, oh, there's that llama I was afraid was going to drown. Oh, good, you found the only boat out here. That's funny. Some of my llamas are leaking out. I don't know how, but it's not like I'm going to run out of llamas anytime soon, right? Anyway, I'm going to call him he because I don't know. I honestly don't know. And he does dance in a tutu, but topless. And he does refer to himself as a man from time to time. But in his bio, he refers to himself as non-binary. And so you know everything about him that I do. But he dances ballet, and he often does it in the streets. And he often does it in these really beautiful tutus. I mean, real professional quality. Some of them are like classics. Yes, I gave myself a gas, but I felt bad because it was cheating, and I won't let myself use it. And now I don't know what to do because I don't want to kill it. Maybe I'll just turn it loose and let it do whatever it wants to do, Why keep it tied up? I haven't even ridden on it. I gave it a harness, and it's cheating. I haven't earned it, Let's see, let go of that. So there's that guy doing the ballet. And then for some reason, I don't know how this happened. I'm not on you, am I? No. Oh, unleash. I didn't unleash you. How do I, there you go. And there goes leash. You're welcome. I don't know why, excuse me, but they recommended this black woman who plays the bass. Beautiful woman, and she plays these songs from my time. Back in the 70s and stuff, I used to jam with a bunch of people. Kind of light jazz and pop music, and of course, stuff like Michael Jackson and a little bit of, a lot of people. Bonnie Raitt, So all kinds of stuff. We used to jam together and play stuff, and of course, the music back then had really good lyrics and really good bass lines. So that's why she played all those songs. Stevie Wonder, oh my God, the CDs for us are just outrageous. So I found her and I liked some of her stuff. And then they showed me another one who was pure jazz bassist. I don't know any of these people's names. I am so sorry. And then they started showing me women jumping rope. I don't know if they ever decided to make that a summer Olympic sport or not, but I sure wish they would. So I'm seeing all these people doing all this really creative stuff. And people doing really creative things with food and art and science. Even little kids explaining science really well. There's another llama in a boat. They just love boats, I reckon. Well, all the moms get in boats, don't they? Good Lord, I have a lot of dogs. So I'm all these beautiful people that I would never in real life ever meet in my whole life, Maybe she'll just float down there and be cute. I wouldn't mind that for a decoration. But I can't really use her as a real, she's a cheat. I shouldn't have done it. I just couldn't resist the temptation. It's another llama. Oh, that's right. I marked some of this off for them to roam in. This is a wild llama, though. It doesn't have any chests or nothing. Ride. Hi. They just scattered around somehow. I don't know. I'm trying. Oh, yeah, I have to get up. So I'm not exactly worried about llamas. So I'm finding out all these interesting things and learning about all these really neat, beautiful, talented, funny, interesting people. It's almost heartbreaking because, okay, like the kids in Uganda. Now, there's a lot of problems with Uganda. I would not be safe there. They would try to kill me. They would literally try to kill me because the government has said that I am illegal and evil and I should not be allowed to live. That's literally a thing. And they learned it from American missionaries. Yep. Social control. So, there are living people out here that are doing really alive stuff. They're not trying to hurt people and make them suffer so that they can maintain control because they're such small, petty, nasty, people. I was going to tell you, Peter Thiel and Palantir, I think he sold off all of his Palantir and his Tesla because it's tanking. It's all tanking. They weren't ready to take over the world. They thought they were because they were very grandiose and had big ideas and thought themselves superior to other people. But they didn't think it through very well and they weren't trained and they're very lazy. They hate real, actual hard work. They think they can just threaten and intimidate and bully people into doing what they want. And it's not working out so well, is it? So, but the internet is full of live people. Really alive. Navajo people, just watching them do their thing, like the Miss Navajo competition. You have to be able to butcher a sheep to be able to win the Miss Navajo competition. Yep. Plus a bunch of other stuff. Cultural, traditional stuff, There's so many people who are so alive. And it just, for a while, my feed got really icky because it was full of all this junk about the stuff that's going on. And I'm not saying I don't want to know what's going on. It's just that it became overwhelming because I would watch a video and, of course, the algorithm would feed me another video. And, I'm really good at weeding out, like, the slop and the AI trash and the gossip and all that stuff. I just block those channels. But there's a point at which you can't listen to dead people anymore. You just cannot. You have to stay in the being alive. Or I do. Because that's where the hope is. That's what we're fighting for. That's what everything's about, The really alive people, the people who can breathe and quill and write poetry and dance and, oh my God, and invent things and discover stuff and take what they learned from science and apply it to regular life, like to make DIY projects so that they could be off-grid and, do all kinds of magical things. Speaking of this world and what people think now is magic. It's not magic, it's science. It's just you don't understand why yet, or you've lost the understanding. Now, I know that this planet that we live on, Earth, I know that it's in great jeopardy, and I know that people are, and so are the animals. Everything about this planet is in grave jeopardy. But knowing that you're alive, really, really, truly alive, not just going through the motions, not just, oh God, I gotta get up and go to work. Finding moments of pure, utter joy and awesomeness, and wonder and like, oh, wow. I'm watching these people on these videos. I'll never get to go to these places where these people are. I'll never get to see that woman, this tall, statuesque, very dark-skinned woman. I don't know who she is. I don't know anything about her, but there's images of her walking around the streets of Europe, I think. Maybe France or Italy, I'm not sure. In these dresses she designed herself. Oh my God. It's just, she's like the most beautiful bird, So getting to see these people and experience their lives and watch your family celebrations and see how they cook and if you could just take a few minutes and do that, the internet is not dead. The planet is not dead. Not everything is on clearance at Walmart. No. There's real life out here. There's real life. And that's what we're fighting for. That's what we're trying to do, right? So, you are alive. Wake up. I hug you, but my arms don't bend. Goodbye.
I will kill you.
Like, dislike, share, comment, subscribe, or the dog gets it.